Hi ladies, this is Mackenzie Sacre from Pump the Jams, and today I'm going to show you how I am getting girls to request samples from me. I use a Google document form that I have embedded into my website, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've created it. Long gone are the days where I would post a picture in a party and just ask girls to PM me their addresses. That got really crazy because I have already a lot of messages from team members and my personal friends in my Facebook account, and people were getting lost and people were getting pushed down, and it just got really unorganized. And so I had to figure out a different way to do it. So I'm going to show you that today. First, if you take a look at my screen, I have a Google account. If you don't have one, I suggest that you definitely get one. Google is amazing, and it is by far and away the best search engine and email provider and all other things provider that I could ever recommend to anyone. So if you don't have one, get one. The first thing that I do is go to Google Drive, and I just type that in, and then into my search bar up here, and it pops up right here. And so I'll give that a little click, and then you'll see request a free sample. So I'm actually going to not show you that. I'm going to show you it where it is on my website. Now, I have created a website for myself. This is not something that you need to do. I just want to show you what the form looks like. So I tell everybody to come to pumpthejams.com/sample, and this is what they see. Request a free sample. I'm so glad you're here. Please fill out the form below to request your Jamberry nail sample today. Please, and then I've got these boxes. Tell me your first name, last name, email, address, mailing address, city, state, zip code, and then I put a little picture of the samples here so that they can tell me which one they'd like. So I've asked them which is your first choice and then which one is your second choice. Just in case my first choice is out, I've got a backup to see which one they like second best. And then this is where it gets important. These are the two really important questions. It says, would you like to host an in-home or online party to earn free wraps? And then there's three options. Free wraps and fun with friends? Absolutely, count me in. Yeah, maybe in the future, or no way. And the second question is, would you like more information on joining the fastest growing team in Jamberry? And there's three answers here as well. You can't get me the info fast enough. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'll take a peek. Or that's ridiculous. No way. So here's why this is so important, ladies. You're asking, by using this form, you're asking every single person that you send a sample to if they want to host or have information on joining. That is revolutionary. That is going to propel your business to the next level because now you're getting new leads off of every single party. For sure, guaranteed, because they're telling you yes or no, I'm interested in joining and or hosting. So this is so important that you're doing this because otherwise there's getting into the conversation sometimes getting into that conversation about asking whether or not they're interested in hosting or joining can be kind of I don't know. If for me, it feels like when somebody was PMing me to say, yes, I'd like a sample, and I immediately was like, would you like to host or join? Then they're like, no. But this is in a much less, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like as in your face to me. And I'm telling you, I've been using this for a while, and it's definitely working. I'm getting a lot of leads for both hosting and joining. And then the very last question that I put on there is, are you currently participating in an online party? And if so, put your hostess's name. Thank you so much for your sample request. And then I embedded the official Jamberry Nails application video so they'll know immediately how to put them on. I've put my website, and then put my name and my rank, and then ended it with the buy 3 get 1 free. So this is the form, and I know that it looks a little complicated, but I promise you it's super easy, and I'm going to show you how to create it right now. So back to Google Drive. What I have done, the first thing, now that you know the form, now that you have seen the form, I'm going to show you how to create it. So you go over here to create, and you click that, and it drops down some options, and you're going to go to form. So you'll say create form. Then you'll pick a theme. For me, I like this cute little blue bird thing, but there's all kinds. There's balloons, there's red flowers, there's fish, there's all kinds of things. And with this, you can actually change your form for the season too. So that's really cool. So you can put gingerbread men during the Christmas season or Christmas lights or whatever. So we're going to click this, white poppies. Pick whichever one you want. Here's purple, whatever. And I'm going to go with white poppies, and I'm going to say okay. So you're going to start up here, and it says untitled form, and you'll put whatever you want to call it. I like request a free sample, but you can call it whatever you want. And then the first question, and then in form description, I'm just going to tab through. This is where I put, thanks so much for coming. I'm glad you're here. You're going to love this, or whatever it is that you want to put in there. Okay, so first question is a text question, multiple choice. So you'll say, I don't want this. I don't want this here. I want a different kind of question. So I'm going to click on this, delete. You can also go up here and edit. I guess maybe we'll just do that. So what we want is a text, not a multiple choice, just a text. So the difference is this is just a question and then a box for their answer. So this is a great place to put things like, what's your first name? Oops. First name. And then they don't need help text, hopefully, because that would be, they don't need help text. And then you'll click done. Okay, so that's your first question. And you'll go down here to add item. Next, so you'll see here that this is a text question, and their answer is a little box there. So the next thing we need is their last name. I also click that this is a required question, meaning that they cannot leave this form or submit this form without giving me their first and last name. Because if I'm going to mail them a sample, I need their first and last name. It's not going to get to them otherwise. So I say street address or mailing address, whatever, also required. And you want, again, this to be text. And then add item, city, required, done, add item, state, required, done, add item, zip code. Okay, required and done. Okay. So now is where we're going to, I see up here that I don't want this here. I think I tried to change it to text and it didn't work. So I don't want untitled question option 1 on my form. So I just come up here and you see this little trash can right here, and we're just going to delete it. Clicked it, it's gone. Okay, so down here we're going to add an item, but I'm going to click on the triangle this time because this time I want a multiple choice question. So question title, which one of these jamazing designs is your absolute fave? Okay, so that's the question title, and then this is where we're gonna put our options or our title. And I actually should have entered in the picture first. So I'm just going to say done with this so that it saves. And then I'm going to go up here and say insert image. And then I don't have it uploaded onto my Google Drive yet. So I'm going to say choose image to upload. And then I'm going to go into my Jamberry folder on my computer and find the sample, which is right here. And I'm going to click it. I double clicked it. It says uploading, and there it is. So you can put an image title and hover text. I choose to leave that blank only because it already has the numbers and what I want it to say in a cute font. So I'm going to center that because I'm crazy like that, and then I'm going to say done. So I'm actually going to move this above, and you can see this little blue line off to the right there. It will show you where it is now and then where you can move it. So that's where I want it, right after zip code. And then I'm going to come back in here to my text, and I'm just going to type them in. Black and white quad is number 1. Actually, I'm going to put it over here. Number 1, black and white quad. And then I'm going to use the tab and go to the next one. Number 2, lace noir. And then tab. Number 3, Digi Houndstooth. Okay, so you can see kind of how that goes. And once you get them, I'm not going to type them all out because I don't want you to have to wait here. But then once you've got them all typed out and you've got all of your multiple choice questions, you just say done. Boop, done. And then I put what is your second favorite. That's not required, but I like it because it's just some more interaction and also some more information so that if I don't have, for whatever reason, their number 1 pick, I can send them a backup. So if you want to do that, great, go ahead. It's the same process as I just showed you with this one. If you don't, that's okay too. And then the second thing, the most important question, the second most important is add item. Oops. And see we're on. So the reason that this popped up is because we inserted an image the last time, and that's not what we want. So click the little triangle here, and we're going to go to multiple choice instead of picture. And same here. Label it something fun. Guys, don't say, do you want to join my team? Say, are you interested in getting more information on joining the fastest growing team in Jamberry? And then same thing here. Don't say yes, no, maybe. Make some fun options for them. Absolutely. I'm excited. I'd love to know more. Or, sounds interesting. I'd love some more info. Or, not for me, lady. And then click done. So now they're reading this, they're interacting with you, kind of, and you have information. So every time you send out a sample, guys, you're asking them, do you want to join my team? Are you interested in hosting a party? So add item. Are you interested? Not interesting. Ha ha ha. Are you interested in earning free jams and having a ton of fun? No, wait, that doesn't really make sense. We're gonna start over. Okay, hosting a party. Would you like some information on hosting, something happened, an online or in-home Jamberry party and earning tons of free stuff? And same thing. Absolutely, I'm excited. I'd love to know more. Or, yeah, sure, sounds interesting. Or maybe later. Or yes or no, not for me. Okay, so we'll just type it in. For sure. I'd love to. Let's do it. Option 2. Yeah. Maybe at a later date, send me some info. Or, no thanks. Okay, so once you have your 3 options, you'll click done. And then let's say you just want some, let's say you want to say thank you. I put a section header in and I say thank you so much for your submission. Stalk your mailman. Your sample is on its way. And that's it. Done. And then it kind of gives it a little bigger, bolder look so that you can say thank you. And then the other thing that I add on here is a link to my website. Boom. Done. So there, oops, except that is wrong. There is an S on there. Boop. There we go. Okay. So down here, it asks you about your confirmation page. You can give whatever. You can say, you can go with the automatic, your response has been recorded, or you can type your own. Thank you so much for your response. I got it. And your sample is on its way. Okay. Then you can allow people to edit after submitting. I wouldn't do that. Publish and show a public link to form results. That's a horrible idea because you're asking for people's mailing addresses and emails, and you're assuring them that you're not going to spam them, so I wouldn't do that either. And you can either show a link to submit another response or not. I wouldn't click that because then you'll have multiple, the possibility for multiple responses from one person to get more than one sample is there. So I just click all of those off. And then up here, you can click View Live Form. Now, I like to write, then there you go, Live Form. Request a free sample. Thanks so much for coming. So this is how you can see what you've got. And then if you want to edit it, you can go right up here to the top right corner and click Edit This Form. And then it takes you right back. Form settings, you can show a progress bar if you want. But since we're only one page, either way, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can do that or not. So if you click View Responses, I have this set to automatically set up a response page. Now, I don't know, I don't think, I'm not sure. I don't know if this will automatically set or not. I'm hoping that it does, but if it doesn't, you have this responses tab, and then you can change response destination, and you just click right here, new spreadsheet, give it a name, responses, and then, okay, here's where I've clicked, always create a new spreadsheet for my responses, and then you just say create. So now you know that by saying that, by showing you, have created an additional spreadsheet, which I don't need, so I will delete one of those, but now you know that you'll have, so when you go back to your Google Drive, it'll look like this. Create a free sample, or request a free sample, and request a free sample responses. So that's really cool because once you give people this link, then they can go here, put in their information, and then once you go back to your Google form, so let me just show you, you can put in that your name is Jane Smith, you live at 123 Easy Street in San Francisco, California, 97, I have no idea if that's the right thing. Oh, let's see, I love cup of tea. It's not on here, what the heck. Make sure you get all of your, all of the sample choices on there. So I'm just going to go with Digi Houndstooth. Am I interested in FAST? Yes, I'd love to join. Yes, for sure, I'd love to host. Okay, submit. Okay, so thank you so much for your response. I got it, your sample's on the way. Okay, so now when you go back into your Google Drive and you refresh the page, you can click right here and see, oh, look at that. Today at 9:08, Jane Smith from this address requested this sample, is absolutely interested in joining information, and would love to host a party. So I know I'm going to send Jane Smith a Digi Houndstooth sample, information on joining my team, and information on hosting a party. Then a week down the line, or 2, or however long you want to wait, I wouldn't go more than 2. I would probably wait until the current party that Jane is in. Oh, that's what I forgot in here. So you can go back into your sample form, click edit, which means add another one. And I don't want that kind. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, hang on just a second. So, oops. Boy, guys, I am messing this up. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this. And I'm going to delete all this information because what I actually want is a text question. Are you currently attending an online party? If so, what is your hostess's name? Okay. Actually, I'm going to go back in here and not make this a required question, because if they're not attending a party, then they won't have a hostess. And you will get some random people that aren't going to a party filling out this form. But make sure that you ask them if they're currently attending a party, because then you know whose party they're at, so that you can tag them in your "this is the last call. I'm tagging everybody I sent a sample to that hasn't ordered." Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to show you a live one. This is my Google Drive, and this is my actual sample page. So what I do with these are real people. I've hidden their addresses and emails because I don't want to share that on the interwebs. But what I do is each party has its own color, and then this column right here is, would you like to host an in-home or online? I always follow up about a few days, a week after the party that they are currently attending ends, and I say whatever it is that you say to people that are following up. But I say, hey, thank you so much for coming to whomever's party. I hope you had a lot of fun. I just wanted to follow up and see if you got a chance to look at that information that I sent over, and see if you wanted to host your own party and earn your own free jams. It's really fun. I do all of the work, and I would love to host one for you. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. And then over here, this column is, are you interested in information about joining? And then I follow up with that. Either I follow up about a week to 2 weeks after the party, and then I also follow up a second time when I have something good, like for example, a new catalog is coming out in September. So in September, I'm going to follow up with all of these people that said, yes, that sounds interesting, maybe in the future, or that said, yes, absolutely, I would love to, and then never actually join. And in September, I'll say, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you. I am super excited. This is a great time to join Jamberry because we just launched this brand new catalog, and we've got all of these awesome new mini heaters and all these great new things that are coming out in the catalog, and just list it out and tell them why I have something that they want. What about now makes it a better time to join than a month ago or 2 weeks ago? And I just sell that passion to them about why it's a good time to join now. So this is awesome. The reason that some of these are lighter is because I followed up with these people. And then the reason that these are darker is because this party just ended yesterday, and I haven't followed up with them. I will do that in probably the end of the week this week. So I've got their names. I've got which ones they like. I was able to send everybody their first choice, which is always great. I've got all of their information right here in this very easy to access Google form, and I've got it embedded into my website. If you do have a website, I know some of you do, then absolutely embed it into your site and then direct them to pumpthejams.com. So let's go back into here. If you want to, so if you think that you're ready, if once you've got this done and you want to send form, it gives you your link right here. So press Control C. I'm on a PC. I don't know what it is on a Mac. And that copies this link. And then this is what you'll put into your Facebook. But as you can see here, it's kind of a crazy address. It works and it's great. So let me show you. When you go into your Facebook page and you want to put it onto whatever, your site, then you can, it'll say, here it is. You can upload an image, which is really, really cool. So you can put in the try it free or the samples or whatever. And you can also, okay, so it's got to be a certain size, whatever. Click here to request a sample. I mean, all of these things are changeable, which is really super cool. And because you can change it, thanks for coming to Jane's party. I'm excited you're here. Let's get a free sample on your hot little hands. Okay, so you can change it up to say whatever you want. I'm not going to spend the time to make sure that I've got the right size image, but you can. I think the reason that didn't go in is because it was really big. All right, I lied. I am going to spend the time because there we go. So you can put in whatever you want. Put in something fun or whatever. And then you click post, and then you can actually take this link out, which I would suggest that you do because it's very ugly. It's almost a link that people would be like, meh, sketchy. But if it's like this, then it's not. So put something in here. Oops. Free samples for everyone. Whatever. And then post it. And then people can click here. I'm not going to post this to my page because it's not, but trust me, it'll work and it's awesome. So I hope that was super helpful. I hope I didn't drag along too long. I also, hang tight, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm putting in the envelopes that I'm sending out to my girls too. So give me just a second and I will be right back. Hope that was helpful, ladies. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, Pump the Jams. It's Mackenzie Sacre here, and I just wanted to show you exactly what I'm putting into my sample envelopes that I'm sending out to the party guests in a Facebook party. So, without further ado, the first thing is these really loud, bright, burn out your retinas in your face envelopes. I love these. I think they're awesome. So I always use these really bright ones. I figure they're less likely to get lost. And also, when the hostess's guests go out to get their mail and they see something like this, it's the first thing that they look at. So that's exciting. Also, you can probably see here that I just hand wrote Pump the Jams and my name under there. Haven't put my address there or the hostess's guest, but I did just get a little rubber stamper, and that is going to save me a ton of time. So I highly recommend that you think about getting one of those for your business too. The next thing that I put in there is I put this little hello card, and then I just write something personal to that specific lady. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Thank you so much for coming to Jane's party. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited that you want to try out Jamberry. You're going to love it. It's amazing. Let me know if you have any trouble getting your sample exactly the way that you want it. Take care, XO Mackenzie. Something like that. Something fun. The next thing that I put in there are, again, with the loud retina burning eyeball stuff in there, colors, I just put some application do's and don'ts. for beginners. I always put this sample in there just because I think that it's really helpful. So because it's loud and it's bright, people tend to take a look at it, and on there I've just written, you know, what do wash your hands thoroughly, do prep each nail, don't expect perfection, don't touch the part of the nail, and I just go off, and it's all things that you guys know. It's just the do's and the don'ts for application. So I stick that in there too. I also always put a business card in there, and this one has a sample in it. I don't pay attention whether it has one or not, so this lucky lady is gonna get 2 samples, but this is just my business card with my information on it. The next thing that I put in there are application instructions, and then on the back of that is a little 7-day challenge picture, and this right here is where I tape the sample that they have asked me specifically for. So this is a black and white chevron one. I wrote down here, enjoy, love, Mackenzie, and then it just tells them a little bit about do Jamberry nails simply sound too good to be true? Then take the 7-day challenge. And it's double-sided. And then I always include a host join brochure. Make sure that you are labeled on the back with your stuff, not mine. Or label mine, that's okay too. And same thing. I love being bright and loud, and so that people can't forget me. So I really like to use these really bright ones, but you can do what works for you. If you don't like that, that's okay. But always put that host join brochure. And then this is where it gets kind of fancy. When you're using, this has really changed my business and made it so much better and so much more efficient. So when you're using that Google form that I just showed you how to set up, they have a question that anyone who fills out a sample will tell you whether or not they're interested in hosting a party now or some date in the future or not at all, and whether they're definitely interested in joining, might consider it, so send the information, or definitely not, never, no way. So if a hostess's guests say that they are interested in hosting a party either at some point in the future or right now, I send them this little sheet that says, oh, you like free and you like cute nails, eh? Perfect, me too, host a party. And then I've just written a little information and signed it. Make sure that you're signing it so you're making it personal. Just telling them how easy it is, what I expect from them, how to have a successful party, and how easy and fun it is, and how I do all the work. Make sure, ladies, that you are making your parties exciting. You're not, I know sometimes it can be difficult when our calendars are not booked to put something out there that says, please, please host a party, I've got to meet my goals, or I'm really close, or I really need a favor. And that kind of stuff turns people off, and it makes it not nearly as exciting. And if people go into a party thinking that they're doing you a favor, they're not going to be nearly as good as a hostess for you than if they go into it thinking, oh my gosh, this is so fun and exciting, I'm going to earn all this free stuff and it's going to be easy. And so it's all in the way that you present it. So the other thing that I send, sorry, up close in your face. The other thing that I send on the Google form, if somebody tells me that they're interested in joining my team either right now, send me information, or maybe it's something I would consider in the future, send me the information, I send them this letter. So you want to pump the jams, fantastic, let me tell you all about it. And so I've written up this letter, and then I make sure to sign it. And this letter is going to be your story. It's going to be you telling a potential recruit why she should join your team. So in here, I tell my story. I tell when I joined. I tell why I love it. I tell that I'm super skeptical and that I never in a million years thought I would try to sling anyone anything ever, because I'm super skeptical and I never liked direct sales. And I just kind of go into why I love it, what it's done for my family, how easy it is, how fun it is, how, you know, we've got all of these great incentives, not only from our company, but sometimes our upline. And I just sell it like I really love it, because I do. And so I think that actually is a pretty valid point too. If you don't really love this business and you're kind of feeling like maybe it isn't for you, I'm guessing that recruiting is going to be difficult. You need to reach up to your upline. If you're having problems or if you're just kind of falling out of love with Jamberry, reach up, guys, because we are here to help you, and we will help you see the big picture of where this company is going and where you will be in a year if you stick out these tough times. So I hope that that was helpful. That's it. Those are all the things in my sample packet, but it's really streamlined because I have that Google form, so I know if people want that party information or join information, and that also makes my follow-up that much better, regardless of whether they purchase or not. I also have information as to whether I should follow up, not only whether if they purchase, definitely follow up on that too, but then a week later I can say, hey, did you get a chance to look over that party information? I would love to get you on my calendar. The first of the month is the best time to party, or whenever your best time to party is for you. And same thing with the join stuff. Then I can follow up, because if you are having, I used to have my hostesses, I would send them a host party pack is what I called it, and then I would have them send out the samples to their girls, and that was great. That worked really well because it took a lot off of my plate. But as I'm kind of progressing in this business, I'm seeing where I need to have full control over that. So I am sending out all of my samples again. It is a little bit time consuming, but it's creating all of these incredible leads that I wouldn't have if my hostess was sending out my samples. It's also a tax write-off, so I can write off all of my shipping costs, my envelopes, my stamps, my whatever else that I'm using, printer, ink, or whatever. I can write off a portion of that. And it creates in every single party you're asking people to host and or join. So I hope that was helpful. I look forward to continue to keep growing with you guys. I love you. I'm so grateful to have every single one of you on Pump the Jams. And I hope you have the great rest of your weekend. All right, ladies, I'll see you later. Goodbye.